Hi, my name is Zandy, and I'm going to be discussing our eyewitness testimony research experiment. Eyewitness testimonies can be a tricky concept in the court systems. Our brains can't always keep up with current events or process them correctly. It's similar to data being overwritten on a computer to make room for more information that's more important. Although some people are good at detailing an event, not everything recalled is accurate. We were curious if questions could impact scores based on the wording. Our group studied eyewitness reports to see if participants taking a test for leading questions in eyewitness reports would have different results from participants taking direct questions. For our design, our participants were UWGB students, and they participated in the ERLP and took the survey. 77% of them were female, 19% of them were male, and 4% were an undisclosed gender between the ages of 18 to 47. The materials were pretty standard, such as the consent forms, the computer or mobile device, the Qualtrics system with the video, and the questions for students to answer after. The students watched a video about an incident that occurred. A lawyer hit a skateboarder while driving. 11 of the questions were given in the leading and direct groups, and they were randomly assigned one of those groups. One of the leading questions asked what color was the bright shirt Saul, the lawyer, had on, and a direct question given was what color was Saul, the lawyer's shirt. One of the questions we kept the same, and it asked where the lawyer kicked the skateboarder, and these questions were not being timed. Our procedure was students signed up for Qualtrics and read all the instructions, the risks, the benefits, the confidentiality statement, the agreement to terms before beginning the experiment, and then they were instructed to watch the video before answering the questions. It was all randomized, and they would receive the director leading question group. The independent variable was based on the wording of questions, while the dependent variable was the accuracy of the participants' answers. This was measured by comparing the percentages between the direct and leading questions of the participants. The speed question was based on the mean of the correct answers. Our findings showed for the results that the direct questions did have a slight increase in the average number of correct answers asked over having leading questions. The speed was slightly higher for leading questions over the direct ones, but we didn't find a statistically significant result between the direct and leading questions, so our hypothesis was not supported. This was different in the past with previous experiments for this, so it could have been due to maybe the genders being uneven in the data, or the number of random participants wasn't enough to accommodate for accurate findings. I don't think there was enough data for us to per se have an accurate study to fully test this method. Only a few ages were older, and it's possible that age plays a role in observing our surroundings due to past experiences. And as humans, we just do that a little more the older we get. We start picking up on hints. So maybe our data was more aimed at the younger crowd instead of like the slightly older, more experienced crowd. It's likely that these are accurate results based on our data and sample, but not statistically significant to where they are plausible. This study might only need more participants outside of UW GB to bring a clearer picture for proper results. Maybe a survey for residents in the general area of Green Bay would help give a stronger result in our study. If I could go back to the beginning of our research project and start again, 3 things I would change and what I would benefit from them would be I would format the questions that only one question. Speed, for example, is a fill-in-the-blank answer, as it can get a bit more complicated for data. I would also like to see if there was a way to get more students to participate in the Qualtrics system if we were strictly going to do it based at just the school system for UWGB. And there were a lot of females participating in it, so that may or may not have affected the results. We could try to maybe add a controlled group that we tailor the answers in a way so they pick the right ones, and then we could compare the results of that to the other groups to see if there's a noticeable difference in the answering. Overall, I think it was a pretty interesting experiment. I learned a lot, and I hope that in the future I will be a little more prepared for all the steps that need to be taken for a research project that is this thorough and this vast with all the data that needs to be collected. Thank you for watching and have a good day.